Welcome back, everybody. December 29th, 2022, and you got it right. We're going right back to the sun because we have some more incredible things to show you. Now, in my past video, I was getting a lot of comments saying that these things were coming from the sun, but we're basically going to prove that wrong once again, even though I've already done it multiple times. In multiple videos, we clearly see these objects passing by the sun, and more times than not during specific times, like CMEs, or coronal mass ejections. For those of you that don't know what CME stands for, look up the term coronal mass ejection. It's basically when the sun explodes and launches solar wind and particles from wherever that explosion took place. Now, if that happens to be Earth facing, that's when we get issues here on Earth, but that's not why we're here today. We are going to be taking a look at 4 new objects captured between the 26th and the 27th of December, which is directly after my last video I posted of objects passing by the sun during CMEs. Now you're going to see the UTC time clock in the corner as we go through this, so I can point out each one of these, and then we have detailed views of each one of these as well. Now we're going to stop at each one of these because you already just missed one, believe it or not. So take a look at this. Just as the clock hits 8 hours, 23 minutes, and 41 seconds, we have an object pop up that you would never see unless you were specifically sitting here for hours and hours looking for them. Now take a look at the detail after the enhancement of this object. I mean, this one alone is just incredible. It's got clear structure to it. This is not a camera anomaly, as many people have been stating in the comments section. And I've also been careful to not really call these ships because some do look like rocks, but we have caught plenty of these things that look nothing like rocks. They have hard right angle edges. Some look as if they could be some sort of craft. In fact, in just a minute, I have a breakdown that Third Phase of Moon did of one of these videos I made, analyzing one of these particular objects that just do not take the shape of what you would call a space rock, and specifically spoke about the shape of one of these particular objects, which again, I very much appreciate them analyzing them and showing more and more people around the world these discoveries. One particular image I always go back to from a past video, which was featured all over the place, quite literally looks like a ship with lights around the edges of it. This was during one of those sun flares that looked like what we called a sun zombie. So again, these things are showing up during solar flares or some sort of sun eruption. I mean, come on, just look at that thing. All right, let's get to our next one. Now, as we approach the 5-hour mark, quite literally after a solar ejection, yet another object appears. And you can see it takes place at exactly 5 hours, 34 minutes, and 29 seconds. Now, look at the enhanced version. Now, as you will see, it is exactly at that 5-hour, 34-minute, and 29-second mark. And take a look at the detail on this one. This almost looks as if it's 2 objects traveling together. Now, how do you explain that one? You can almost see the split in the tail of whatever this object is, making it look as if it's twin objects moving in the opposite direction of the one we just looked at previously. All right, and before I get to the Third Phase of Moon segment, this one was very hard to catch. This is directly after what seems like an X-class flare. It was actually an M-class, but you're going to notice just shortly afterwards, you see yet another object pop up. This one was very hard to get a high-def look at, but I caught it, and here it is. Now, this may not look like the more fancy of the bunch, but still, it's the point that they're happening after and during CMEs or sun explosions. So there's some sort of connection going on here, whether these are craft or there's something being highlighted through the explosions on the sun one way or another. I don't understand how this is not all over the internet and being studied on a regular basis. That is what I'm hoping to change here. All right, and now I'll leave you with a short segment that Third Phase of Moon did analyzing some of the objects from the video I posted the other day. I have great gratitude towards Third Phase of Moon and channels like GoofOn that do promote this work that I put out to show the world that this stuff is actually happening.
That's right, it's happening, and thank you, In2Thinair, for your eyes peeled on the LASCO cams and exposing NASA in regards to the UFO phenomenon. Why aren't they explaining this to us? I think NASA has stated that they're getting into the UFO hunt. Well, now the big question is, what in the hell is this?
All right, my friends, and there you have it. Again, I want to thank Third Phase of Moon for even just taking the time to check out my content that includes GoofOn. And it's important to understand that we are not calling these UFOs. We may put UFO in the title. That's because it means unidentified flying object. But I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I promise you there will be much, much more to come. Shout out to Canada. Questions or concerns, leave down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.